Okay guys, I'm at a new gym today, and today I will do the complete opposite of what I did my last muscle up workout. My last muscle up workout I tried the very narrow grip and I didn't really like it. I didn't feel as powerful. So now this workout I will do the opposite, shoulder width apart grip and a little bit more. And I also want to focus this workout on a particular kind of muscle up tip that really helped my client, and we had a email conversation about this back and forth, and that is the cue of going from an arch to a hollow. I will drill that cue today. I will drill that tip. I will do that for all my muscle ups, and I will show you how you will get that extra boost over the bar when you really get a hang of that from arch to hollow. So I will start by warming up with the purple band as usual, and I will go from an arch to hollow. Alright guys, continuing the warm-up with the black band. I really want you to get this arch to hollow technique. I think it will really help your muscle up progress. I will exaggerate that movement a little bit for you. Before I'm pulling up, my core is completely relaxed, and that creates a natural arch. The moment you pull up, you go from arch to hollow. And I hope you can see how wide I am gripping the bar as well, going from an arch to hollow. Alright guys, I'll just do one more warm-up set with the red resistance band, just to get completely warmed up. So I don't know if you can see it guys, but the bar is much lower than this bar. So there is a chance that you can hit your head here. I don't know why they just don't, move that bar up a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Alright, let's see from this angle how close my head is to that bar. Alright, so I'll do 2 bodyweight muscle ups, focusing on the arch to hollow. 1, 2. No, it was kind of far away actually. Great job Mike, almost had that last one. EMOMs get hard quickly. Every extra rep you do is another few seconds of less rest. Yeah, so my last video I continued with the EMOM style of training. So I tried to do 3 muscle ups every minute on the minute for 3 minutes, but I'm actually not doing EMOMs anymore, or for the present moment, because what I found is that they are a little bit too taxing. So when it comes to muscle ups in my case, I think that extra rest between sets is valuable, because you can really work on the technique, and the chance of getting injured when you're not resting enough is higher basically. So I changed that in my routine. Right now I'm just doing 2 to 3 muscle ups, resting for a few minutes for a few sets. Alright guys, set number 2. I will still do 2 muscle ups, continuing to do the arch to hollow. When you're going from arch and then to hollow, you can also keep pushing your chest over the bar. Alright guys, I'm gonna show you a further trick that will make the muscle up so easy. It's gonna feel like cheating. As I have been doing in the video, I'm going from arch to hollow. Alright? So, the next thing that you can do to make the muscle up even easier is doing the 2-point pull-up. For you that already have implemented the 2-point pull-up, knows how much easier it makes the muscle up. But when you're doing the 2-point pull-up, which is basically you're pulling up to 90 degrees with like 50 to 70% of your power, and then explode over the bar from here, boom, like that. But if you pair that with the arch to hollow, it's gonna feel like you're flying. So you're hanging from a relaxed core, which will make it a natural arch, pull up to here, 90 degrees, and from here you explode up and do the pop. From arch to hollow. It might take a few reps to figure that technique out, but once you do, you will fly over the bar. So we'll do 2 reps with that technique. and that felt almost effortless. And guys, if you feel that these techniques have helped you in your muscle up journey, maybe you unlocked the muscle up itself or you got stronger and you want to support me in a small way, you can always buy me a coffee. I signed up for this really cool page called Buy Me a Coffee, and it's basically a really cool way of supporting your content creators that has benefited something in your life. So in this case, if I have benefited your muscle up journey, you can always support me by buying me a coffee. I'll leave a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page in the description below. And thank you so much for your support. All right, guys, I'll show you again the 2-point pull with the arch to hollow. So I'll keep on hammering this point because it's really important. I think it will benefit your muscle up journey a lot. So when I'm hanging just before I pull up for the muscle up, here, my core is completely relaxed. So I don't tense my core to do this. I don't force my arch, I just relax. And when you're hanging from a relaxed core, you have like this natural arch. And when you start to pull up around 90 degrees, you do the pop. So from here to here. And don't pull too early. You want to wait a little bit in the swing before you pull up. Otherwise it's very easy to get stuck under the bar. So I will do 2 muscle ups again with the same technique. 1. 2. All right, guys, 2 more. And if you want to skyrocket your muscle up progress and are tired of spending weeks and months on doing the wrong things, because I know how frustrating it can be to work on your muscle up for a long time without seeing the results you really want to see. But on this channel, I really give every tip I have. You should be able to learn the muscle up just by watching my videos. But if you want that extra support, if you want to get the muscle up a little bit sooner and have more tailored tips from me, I do offer muscle up coaching. If you feel that that's something that would benefit you, you can just contact me. My email is in the description below, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. All right, guys, so there's another tip that you can add on to this, and that is pulling from your armpits. That's also a tip that I shared with you in quite a few recent videos, and that is when you're pulling up, you're pulling with the armpits, you're covering the armpits as powerfully as you can, because the purpose of that is to get you into a good bar path. When you're covering your armpits or when you're pulling with your biceps, you're bending the arm like this, close to the bar. You don't want to be far away from the bar with a straight arm. You want to bend the arm and then transition over the bar. All right? So what we don't want to do is have your arms like this. We want to have the arms here. So bending the arms, pulling with your armpits, pulling with your biceps, will create this reverse bicep curl basically. So here, not here. All right? So in this rep, I will implement all the tips that I've gone through this video. I will relax my core, have a natural arch, then to hollow, pulling with my armpits. And doing muscle ups like these really feels like cheating because I'm not even really tired. When you get the technique down, you will really feel how effortless the muscle up is. You do need strength, but with this technique, everything will skyrocket. All right, guys, here's another tip for you to practice the arch to hollow. So you're basically lying on the ground, arms over your head, and totally relax. And this will create a natural arch. Go from this relaxed arch to hollow. So basically you're just pushing the lower back into the ground, relaxed arch, hollow. hollow. So this is actually what happens in the muscle up. So I'm in this relaxed arch when I'm pulling. So I'm pulling to about here, and then I do this, and at the same time throwing my chest over the bar, and that will create the transition. Relaxed arch, and push the lower back into the ground. And you can do that for reps. And after a while, you will get a hang of that, and it will be easier when you're doing it on the bar. So another thing that you can try is also to have like a weight on your feet, like a 10 kilo plate or a 5 kilo plate, and practice the same thing. Relaxed arch to hollow. And that will also strengthen your pop from arch to hollow. So try it out. I hope it helps. How can I increase my explosive power? Now I seem to be stuck at 17 kilo weighted pull-up and cannot increase the weight. Thanks, Mike. So there's a few things that I like to combine to develop the explosiveness needed for the muscle up. One is weighted pull-ups, as you're doing here with 17 kilos. That's great. But remember to do them as explosive as you can. It doesn't have to look explosive, but when you're doing a weighted pull-up, you want to pull as fast as possible. That's one thing. Another thing is to work on your actual muscle up with resistance bands. Also the same thing there. You want to explode as fast as possible for every rep. So all of these reps with weighted and with bands needs to be from 1 to 3. Otherwise it's very hard to increase that explosiveness because you will fatigue very quickly. So I would say those two things are the main things you have to do to get more explosive. But I'm not sure, it doesn't say in your question if you're doing explosive resistance band muscle ups. Good luck on your muscle up journey, and please ask me any more questions you have in the comments below. Thanks, Mike. Update: purchased bands from Amazon, so keen to start. I'm so happy to hear that, and yeah, just ask me any questions you have on your muscle up journey and I will do my best to help you. Forever supporting this channel. Getting in all these details is really helpful for people who just couldn't do it through basic, repetitive tips of other channels, with all due respect to them too. Thank you so much. I'm really happy that my tips help you, and comments like this is what really makes me keep making these videos, because I see how my tips really help you on your muscle up journey, and that's the goal of this channel. So thank you so much for your comments. So I lost count of how many sets I did so far, so I think this will be my last set. After this I'm heading to the gym and doing some regular, old bodybuilding stuff. 2 reps to finish.